Hi, Jackson. My name is Rich. How are you doing today?
Nice to meet you. I'm doing pretty good.
So what I'm here today is want to ask you what goals do you have in terms of like physical fitness or sports related? And if you do, what challenge have you had in your goal?
I think like the biggest goal that I'm trying to like focus on right now, more recently, is my knee pain. I've had like, I don't know if it's like tendonitis or what it is, but I just had a lot of like aching knee pain in my knees. Like I'll sit down, if I'm sitting down for like long periods of times, like I'm going home this weekend over Thanksgiving, and when I ride planes for a long time and I keep my knees on like a 90-degree angle just stuck there for a long time, they just start like aching up really bad. So I'd say the biggest thing that I kind of want to focus on right now and kind of want to improve for myself, physically at least, is fixing up my knee pain, because it's definitely not fun, and especially when I play sports, it's not, I feel like an old man. So I'd say that's the biggest thing that I kind of want to work on right now for my physical.
It seems like your knee pain has been affecting like your performance and your enjoyment doing sports.
Yeah. So like, I don't know exactly where I can trace it to where it started, but I think it started when I was playing volleyball. So I started playing volleyball like my senior year of high school, and I played libero. So if you don't know anything about volleyball, but liberos are the ones that are the main defensive players. So my knees were like slamming on the hardwood quite a bit, and I was also increasing how much I jumped, because I played soccer growing up mostly. I wrestled, but like with soccer, like you're not doing any consistently crazily jumping or anything. So when it came to volleyball, I was jumping more and more. And I play a lot of volleyball now as well. So I think that's where it kind of started. So I think that's mostly what's hindering me from like enjoying myself, is when I go and play volleyball now. I play on an intramural team, men's and co-ed. So I think that's what mostly hinders myself from like enjoying that in that way.
So you understand like where your knee pain is coming from and what you have been doing to like, I guess, reducing the knee pain along here?
Yeah. So I like I said, I feel like I know where it kind of came from. I just haven't really figured out like a solution totally for it yet. Like I've looked into some stuff. I've kind of tried to figure out like how I'm gonna go about fixing it, but I feel like one of the biggest challenges I had or have is kind of just staying to that, because it's like I do a lot of lifting myself, and let's say I'm like hitting legs, I'll go like hit a really heavy leg day, I'll do all of that. That's really fun, I enjoy all of it, but sometimes it's just hard to incorporate it into my workout. And then also when I'm playing volleyball a lot too, that's one thing I think that makes it worse, is just consistently playing and putting increased pressure on it. So I don't know exactly if that's what's the root of the problem now either, is just being able to fit in time to fix it.
So what I'm hearing is you understand your body and what it feels and how it feels and what you should do based on how your body is feeling. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
What methods have you looked into in terms of like reducing your knee pain?
I think like the first method that I looked into really for reducing my knee pain was limiting how much I'm like jumping on it.
Okay.
But that kind of went out the window for me, because it's like I'm obviously in severe situations where my knees would be like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'd use that, but I wasn't just wanting to just, oh, hey, my friends are going out to play volleyball, they're doing this, but I'm like, I'm not going to play just cause. So that kind of went out. I'd rather resolve the issue than kind of just like not just like sit off on the sidelines and not do anything about it.
Right.
I think one of the second things that I tried to do is just, now I still kind of do this, is just warm up my legs a lot, but I think the issue with that for me was just that it helps in the moment and it's great when I'm playing once I get warmed up, but it's not really a fix towards it, because then once my legs aren't warmed up anymore, or if they aren't warmed up,
Okay.
they're still feeling kind of bad.
Gotcha. I gotta ask, so in this process of like you reducing your knee pain, what have you learned about yourself or from other sources? Like what? How do you
I think
learn?
the biggest thing I learned is that I'm getting old and my knees are bad. But
That's fair.
I think I've learned a lot more about just like how my body works and like what my needs are with it.
Okay.
Like I was on Instagram a while ago, and there was a guy posting a forum about how he got his knee pain taken care of,
Mhm.
and he said that he had a whole PDF notebook about it. So I sent him a DM and kind of learned a little bit from that as well.
Okay.
But I haven't really had the time to just, like I had said, just truly implement it. Like I kind of had the material that I needed, but it was more just implementing it into my lifestyle and into my time.
Gotcha. And with like these methods, how you think you can implement it in the short term, like in a few months, or like the long term in a few years?
I think the biggest thing is literally just setting aside time to just strictly do it, prioritizing it.
Okay.
And I think the main issue with not doing that is that like I could warm up and I could do fine, but when I'm not, then it's like I don't really like need to do anything, I guess you could say, because I can warm up and still be fine, but then later I still have pain. But I think if I just prioritize it and say why not just get rid of it completely,
Yeah.
then I think if I just put it up there, prioritize it, and not get complacent and ignore the fact that I really need to do it, then I think that'll help me out from breaking through that.
Okay. You're going back home for Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
Not like in a couple of days. I gotta ask you. You think it's gonna be hard to prioritize those methods when you get back home?
I think honestly, I think it'll be around the same.
Okay.
I mean, back home, I have my home gym that I go to, so the only thing that I think will be more challenging is being able to get to the gym, because this year in school I brought my car down here.
Oh.
So I'll have my car here, so I won't have my car back home.
Okay.
So I'll have to borrow one of my parents' vehicles or my older brother's car to get to the gym. So that'll
Okay.
probably be one of the bigger challenges when getting there. But I think when it comes to attending to like my knee itself specifically when I'm at the gym, I think it'll be about the same. It's just about when I really put my foot down and say like, I gotta get this started.
Yeah. I got also. What ways did your knee pain has affected your mental health?
I don't know if it's affected my mental health too much. When I'm playing, I feel like it's more so like it'd be so much easier if I didn't have to like go through such like a long warm up for my knees to feel like they're not hurting.
Okay. Yeah.
But in terms of like my overall daily mental health, I don't think it's affected it at all really,
Okay.
because I try not to let things get to me. But I'd say when I'm like, let's say I'm warming up for a volleyball game, maybe in the back of my head, like once or twice, I'm like, dang, this would just be so much better if I didn't have to be warming up for like 20 minutes before I can fully go.
To summarize everything, one of your goals is trying to reduce your knee pain because over the years that knee pain has been bothering you somewhat.
Yeah.
Right now you're doing a bit of intramural volleyball, and with that intramural volleyball activity you have to take a bit of time to warm up for your knees to not feel as old as as of now.
Definitely.
But also you've been looking to other methods of like you mentioned about you found this guy on Instagram, and then you tried to implement his methods into your routine, but right now you're trying to figure out how to like prioritize it in your daily life.
Definitely.
And then again, going back home, you're trying to find a gym or try to go to the gym without your car being there. So I think is that what I'm hearing so far?
Yep, that's pretty much, you've got it pretty much to a T, just focusing on getting my knees better, prioritizing it high up on my list. Like you said, just when I'm back home, I think being able to get to the gym is going to be probably one of the harder things this year since I don't have my car back home. So
Okay.
just prioritizing it and putting my foot down and getting it done.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the talk.
Absolutely.